No, yeah, I mean, to me, this is a super interesting conversation. And I don't know if I'm any further along the road of understanding than I was when I first began, but
Same.
I'm not a, I'm not, oh man. This might just
But
be a
I mean,
fun one.
I'm having a good time.
I'm having a great time. Yeah.
And the point of these conversations are never to sway anyone any specific way. It's just an exploration of the topic
Yeah.
between me and you. And like, we might agree on something, we might disagree. But just because we agree on something doesn't mean we think it's right. It just means like, hey, we agree on it.
Well,
That's
and I don't
pretty much
even
it.
think we agreed. Like, I don't even think we
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
I don't think we got anywhere in
We literally ran in circles.
however many minutes we've been talking.
Yeah.
I think somebody could come in at the end and someone could
It could
come
be
in at
the
beginning and
exact
just be
same.
like, all right, like these
Interesting.
guys are
Yeah.
full of nonsense, man.
Some burdens, right? The other day, I was out at a club walking along, and someone palmed my head like a basketball, and I had no idea who they were or where it came from. And I turned around, and I was in a crowd, and I missed them. It was pretty disrespectful. I'm gonna be honest, right? To just palm my head like a basketball. By the way, their hand was massive, so I felt all of it. Their intrusive thoughts got the best of them, and they took advantage of it.
No.
That actually happened. These are all true stories. I'm not making any of this up. So,
Oh my god. There's always calculations going on in my head.
Mm.
Everything that I do there's a reason behind it. There's nothing done just haphazardly. Even though I spend a lot of time and energy trying to make it look like things are haphazard,
yeah.
which is so funny.
But by you trying to look a certain way, isn't it also you not trying to look anyway? Like, for instance, it's a lot easier to look like a slob. You just don't try that hard. You know what I mean?
No, this takes a lot of work. Oh yeah, you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked.
I'm covered in hair from neck down. So I feel like I have to, let people know ahead of time. Because you just kind of like jump out. Like, for instance, when we were on the lacrosse team, right? We're all guys. We would all get in the showers together. We would all be naked. One time, one of the guys in the team playing Slap Ass, which is from a Key and Peele sketch where Jordan Peele is walking around just slapping people on the ass, yelling, "Slap Ass!" So he was doing that, and he got to me, and he stopped, and he went, "Ah," and then went to the next guy. Also, after that, my nickname on the lacrosse team was Mr. Tubness, who is the centaur or whatever from Chronicles of Narnia. So that's what my nickname was after that instance. So
You get to choose. I tell this to students all the time. Every single moment of your life is a choice. Like, I ask them all the time, and these are like 6th, 7th, 8th grade kids. So they're pretty young. And so sometimes like the concepts that I propose to them are just like, what the heck are you talking? What are you talking about? Is there anything that you have to do in this life?
I have to brush my teeth.
Well, I have to come to school. And I'm like, no. There's going to be consequences if you don't. Like, you're going to get in trouble. The police are going to get involved, whatever. But
Do you ever worry that that'll have a negative effect, telling children that?
yeah, I actually got in huge trouble one time because a parent called me up and was like, "Did you tell my son that he didn't have to take the test?" And I was like, "Yep." And the parent just went off. She's like,
"You idiot."
Yeah, she's just like, "Well, he's not going to take it. Now he's going to fail it." And I'm just like, screwed that one up. Sorry. But I was like, yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've gotten in trouble for saying that. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get in trouble a lot more for saying that. But ultimately, it's true, though.
Yeah.
Right? I
And
mean,
listen, you have a choice. You can say it or you can not say it.
yeah, exactly. I think that the magic of this podcast is if there's one thing that, like one word to kind of encapsulate the whole thing, it's just acceptance.
Yeah.
Acceptance of your ideas, acceptance of your actions, acceptance of your consequences. acceptance of your body, acceptance
You know,
of
it's
your...
funny. I have another funny story about
Oh
acceptance of
my
your
God.
body.
Okay.
This happened recently. This happened literally last week.
Here we go.
Yeah. So last week, I woke up early in the morning and I was like, I gotta feed Lance, and I cleaned his litter box in
This
the
is
morning.
not where I thought it was going.
And yeah, I don't know where you thought it was going, but I cleaned his litter box and I grab his, litter and all that stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna go throw it outside. I'm just in my boxers, okay, my tidy whities. I'm walking through the house,
Boxers or tidy whities?
They're actually boxers, boxer briefs, so they're like the tight ones.
So it shows a little bit.
I mean, a little bit, yeah. I mean, it shows a lot. Shows a like huge amount. You know what I'm saying? Big impact over here. Now, so
what is happening?
No, so I walk outside in my boxers just to like quickly throw away the trash. And I'm comfortable walking around in my own skin. And I just hear as I walk outside, Rowan. And I'm like, who's talking? What's happening? I thought I was going to say, and I'm kind of awake right now. I'm kind of in that like, just woke up kind of stage. Oh. And our neighbor was doing some landscaping outside and has hired some people. And she walked over, and I'm just standing there in my box. I'm not covering myself up. I'm like, morning, Georgie. She walks up and we start talking, and she was like,
she's older?
Yeah, she's older. Yeah.
Okay.
She's, I think, in her like 60s. And
that could be exciting.
Okay. I mean, all right. So she, walked up, but that whole entire time I just was standing there in my boxers. Oh. No shoes, no shirt, no socks, no pants, just boxers, all out. And I just was like, hey, I mean, here we are. Right? You came up to me. I didn't come to you. Yeah. So this was unwarranted. And she did apologize. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were basically naked. But,
Oh my.
Just a preface before we get into this episode. Highland made some drinks. Highland is kind of a wizard with concoctions. He always makes drinks, but there's never really a recipe. It's just kind of whatever you're feeling on the day.
Well, it's the same for food too. Yeah, it's like I'll make dips or like, I just throw everything that I have in my refrigerator into a bowl and then like give some chips or something. And
it's like surprising that it works. That's the thing that's most frustrating.
And usually, like, admittedly, there's probably drinks being served at the same time, so I might not be as coherent as I need to be, but I'll be like, buddy, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know what went into this. Like, I threw some of this, I threw some of that, like, a little bit of that, and then, oh, yeah, I had some of that, and da-da-da. And he's just like, no, but Highland, like, how did you make it? Like, what are the, like, and I'm just like, I don't know. I have no idea. And he just gets like, because he wants to replicate it, right? And I'm like, sorry.
It's impossible.
Can't be replicated.
Yeah. So, and the same thing goes with your drinks.
Yeah.
So I'm having a few drinks. I'm also a lightweight. Highland, this is what, your second, maybe third?
The second.
This is the second. So we might be a little loose this episode, which is fine because this is kind of a celebration episode. We hope if you're listening, have a drink with us. If it's in the morning, don't. But later, feel free to join us and
have a drink of water.
Kind of,
orange juice,
have a glass of water.
Coffee. Yeah.
All righty. Welcome back, everyone, to Nopes and Opes. Me and Island are here with Lancelot, who doesn't seem very comfy. I think he's scared. I think he's scared for this conversation because today we're going to talk about not moving forward, but going backwards and why you shouldn't do it.
Nah. We're not going to talk about that.
What?
Like, moving backwards is impossible.
Yeah, but I thought the idea we were talking about was like, you are going back to something thinking that you can still save it, if that makes sense.
Oh.
So like going backwards, when in reality you should always be moving forward rather than trying to go backwards.
I think actually, like, probably the best kind of segue into this whole conversation is...
You didn't like my segue? Welcome back to Nopes and Opes, guys. We're here, new location, back in...
not new.
Well...
Like, different.
It is different, but the podcast viewers have never seen this location.
Oh, this is a new
our
video.
First ever time recording, the first 2 or 3, was here.
Oh God!
But we never released it because they were kind of like feeler episodes. We were like, is this worth something?
Oh God!
No,
that makes it much more pressure filled for sure. People might not realize like how private and like how few people have actually been in this apartment.
No.
And if you actually do get to like walk through the doorway and actually enter this like sanctum, like how rare and kind of special that is.
Yeah. This
And
is
then-
basically like going into Batman's Batcave.
Kind of, in a way. I mean,
I'm Robin, you're Batman.
I'll be Robin, but